Action.
Well-known pimp.
Entry.
Narcotics king.
Drama.
Big-time racketeer.
LoveLine.
Back in full force.
LoveLine is meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain action, intrigue, exotica, or even sexually oriented content.
Come on, baby.
Listener discretion advised.
Come on.
Now, here's LoveLine. In this corner, Adam Carolla. And in this corner, Dr. Drew.
All right, phone number 1-800-LOVE-191, fax number 310-854-4455. I'm Adam Carolla, that is Dr. Drew. He is a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist, and tonight we have Peanut from 311. He is here finally.
Hi, how are you doing? I'm sorry I was late.
Oh, no, you're right on time.
I know.
I think you were here before I was.
I think so, too.
That's all right. Preparation hurts me, Drew.
That's why you avoid it so diligently. I've noticed that.
Thank you. This is really a dream job for me because I thought, hey, please, don't kick the mic.
God,
What is
sorry.
up with that? What is up with this? This is... All right.
I'll stop.
You know, it was funny. Mike sensed the roll coming on, and he just said to me, let it go. All right, I'm not going to go anywhere, but this is Westwood 1, is it not? This is not Westwood 2, it's not Westwood 3, it's not the Podunk Radio Network. How come we can't get some goddamn equipment in this place? How come the chairs are all on the floor and the mics are on the ceiling, and when you touch one, it sounds like...
No, you can't touch the table right
Hiroshima.
All right, let's go.
It's my connection.
All right.
Let it go, Adam.
I'm
Let
letting it go. I'm letting it go.
Turn it over.
All right. The name of the CD is 311. It's been out for, a year and change now.
At least, yeah, it's going on 2.
Last time we had 311 on the show must have been about 9-10 months ago.
A while ago.
Something like that.
And you weren't here.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. We ran the show. It was so fun.
This is comedy because Drew is rarely here, and I always love it. It always underlines my point when we have a guest who shows up and goes, Drew wasn't here. Or something big happened on any given night and Drew wasn't around. But
No. Yeah, thank you, Mike.
All right, thank you. But the point is this. Oh, yes. Wait, that's my mic. It's got my Crown Royal sack on it.
He's a guest.
Oh, come on.
All right. That's my lucky mic. It makes me mediocre. All right. So the deal is this. You guys were on about 9 months ago. And the CD'd been out for 6 months, but it was just starting to hit. And everything's just gone through the roof. And I take full credit for that, quite frankly. The music's all right, let's be honest. But the LoveLine appearance is what sent 311 on their way. And then they're back for just a little extra push. Not that they need it. All right. So you guys are basically getting ready, going into writing mode and getting ready to go in to record another CD, right?
Yes.
And
I'm on, yeah.
You tap your foot once for yes and twice for no.
Yeah, we've been writing for a while. We've actually been in the rehearsal studio for about a month and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got something in the line of 28, 29 songs already ready to go.
Uh-huh.
So we've been working really hard, and we're really excited about this next piece of art that's going to come out.
How do you decide which songs make the cut?
It's very democratic. We vote on it.
And is it only the band that votes, or do the record nerds get their grubby paws up?
No, just the producer.
Just a producer?
Yep.
All right. And then you guys are off to Europe, I hear?
That's the rumor.
And you've been to Europe a few times, I'm guessing.
Nope, just once.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't like the food.
Really?
Wasn't really all that excited about
England?
going back. Yeah. England was fatty.
Yeah. Well, you got
Agree
to...
with me, doctor. Come on.
Well, you know, England has great ethnic food. If you look for the right restaurants, just don't,
Good Indian
don't eat
food,
British
right?
food.
Yeah,
that's all.
I was trying to eat British food.
Yeah, they have Italian and Indian
Right.
and all kinds of great food.
Hey, you don't like boiled pork chops?
They have good beer.
And boiled fried chicken? Yeah, all right, so you get loaded. That's the whole thing about England. Everyone's got bad teeth, they're on the dole, and they're loaded. No, what the hell? Who cares if the food stinks? We'll make fun of the Queen and have another pint.
But the most unpleasant thing that can happen to you is a pickpocket could approach you, and the cabbies have been educated in 12 years of schooling.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes. Drew always uses England as an example when he's talking about the decay of North America.
Right. I mean, that remains a very civilized society over there, that little tiny island.
Well, listen, when the cops don't carry guns, you know it can't be that bad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's very civilized.
Here the cops are arguing that they want, bazookas and stuff because they have to return fire to gang members.
As long as we're bringing this up, when I was in England last year, and I really sort of realized that the reason this country survived as long as it did is because a bunch of British people came over here and set it up.
Right.
I mean, they just have a phenomenal ability to create civilization, and we've let it decay ever since.
All right, Drew, don't get into the whole ethnic cleansing thing, please.
That's your deal, dude.
Oh, it is? That's right. I forgot.
That is not mine.
I knew one of us
Ethnic
was a
diversity
racist.
is my thing.
Yeah, but Drew, what Drew just said in his doctorly way, and doctors have a way of phrasing things. You know, they tell people they have cancer, and the people don't walk away, and they don't even know it. Here's what Drew's saying. Drew's saying when the English were over here doing their thing, everything was fine. And then we opened the borders, we let all these other people come in, they screwed everything up.
That's not what I'm saying.
That's
That is not what I'm saying.
You know that's what you're saying,
no,
Drew.
No.
What were you saying then?
I'm just saying that they have an ability. They really have.
They?
The British.
Have
a history of a highly evolved civilization and government that we've transported over here.
And when did the country take a turn for the worse?
When we let them
yes,
go.
Thank you. There you go. When we lost the Revolutionary War.
We won it. That's the problem.
That's what we should have done. Oh, we won? I knew this country was great. Clay, 19, you're on LoveLine with Peanut from 311.
Hey, what's up, Adam?
Hey.
You're hilarious. And Drew, respect you. I'm studying to be a psychiatrist.
Great. Psychiatrist.
Well,
We
yeah,
have to go to
but
medical school first.
Oh, I know. I'm at USC, but this is my problem. I grew up in like a really pampered and like wealthy family and stuff, and my parents, I used to think like growing up, that they were like all perfect, but then
Right.
now I'm realizing that like my dad worked all the time. I mean, I never did anything with my dad.
Right.
And my mom is just like, she's changed a lot in the past couple of years. Like she's all like a depressed housewife. I mean,
Okay.
just at home, just like totally depressed, and she like she's got like nothing to do herself, so she gets into my problems all the. Well, I don't really have too many problems, but she's involved in my life and
she's
every like
invading your life in every way possible.
every way. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And
Yeah.
if I try and sit down and
Hold
talk
on,
to her-
Clay. It's what?
Huh?
It's what?
Depressing.
No, it's recalculus, you moron.
Oh.
I'm trying to get this word to catch on.
Okay.
Peanut,
I do
maybe you
listen.
could do it when you're on stage.
Okay.
I want to replace in the English language ridiculous with recalculus.
Okay.
And your reasoning is?
I made it up.
Oh, okay. There you go.
That's all I need.
Stake your claim.
That's right. Then I figure get like a nickel every time someone uses it,
All right,
like
Clay,
from
keep
the
going.
ASCAP people.
Keep going, pal.
Clay, you're not a moron.
Okay. And it's just, I don't know. It's just I'm 19 and I know I should be getting out of the house, but
All right. Here's a suggestion. You want to be a psychiatrist.
yeah,
So
I want to be
if
very
you
independent, but I need funding for school,
hold on.
and I can't get
Hold
any
on.
financial aid with
All right,
my.
settle in, Clay.
Hold on.
Let me tell you something about being a psychologist or a psychiatrist.
listen.
Your job is to sit there and say nothing for 50 minutes and then charge $150.
Okay.
But if you know that's mental health is the direction you want to go, why not get a jump on that and begin working on your own mental health and get some therapy? I mean, many psychiatrists, psychologists should, frankly, have their own therapy before they really begin intensive work on other people's heads,
Right.
because you've got to have some
Well,
clarity.
I have been to a number of psychologists with my parents and stuff. But
Yeah, but you need to get some individual therapy for the next 3 to 5 years and really sort this stuff up. You sound very dependent on your parents. You've over-idealized them your whole life, and you're just now coming to grips with the fact that they're not what you thought they were, which is good. It must be very depressing. A lot of heavy feelings attached to that. Very tough at your age to deal with this stuff. It's 19, and he's still and he has to be dependent on him for the financials to pay for school.
Sure. Well, he doesn't, but he does.
He does.
All right, but listen.
For practical reality, he does.
It's tough when the bubble bursts at 19. Thank God my parents had the dignity to tell me in no uncertain terms that they were both moronic losers when I was 6 or 7. That way, by the time I was 19, I had fully come to grips with the fact that the family was a pack of morons. God bless my family. Drew, when did you find out your family was losers, or don't you know yet?
I don't know yet.
Okay. Peanut?
No, I'm constantly impressed by my family.
Really?
Yeah, always.
Parents still together?
Nope,
But they're doing okay apart.
definitely.
Did they remarry?
Yeah. My mom did.
Evil stepfather?
No.
Decent guy?
Yep. Just over talkative sometimes, but that's good.
Really?
I grew up in a really cerebral household.
He's Gabby.
Yep.
What's he do for a living?
He was a meteorologist in the Air Force.
Oh,
Retired
really?
now.
Uh-huh.
Lots to say about the weather. And I moved to the most climate boring part of the country.
Oh.
But it's been interesting lately.
Oh, I could just see you guys sitting around the table talking about like barometric pressure and what it means to you.
Yep, and comma clouds and whatnot.
Oh,
It's crazy.
all right.
But I love my parents, and they did me really good. So I don't know. I left when I was 17, and I know it was really hard on my mom, but she knew I wanted to come out to California with my band and
From
do what I
Omaha,
had to
right?
do. Yep.
Yeah. Oh.
So I don't know. It was tough for her. I was ready to go. Omaha was kind of stifling me.
Did they hear? I mean, do people in Omaha have a serious? Do they have a picture of what's going on out here in Los Angeles? It's totally different than what it is.
I would imagine so. Yeah, because it's just sensationalized media hype news
Right,
instead
like-
of straight facts.
Right. So it's like here's what I
And
think.
that's where we got Britain beat. Is they're so into the tabloids. Gosh, we at least get some straight news, but I'm doubting more the more I watch TV.
Oh yeah. Well, we're going the
Yeah.
tabloid. We're going the tabloid route.
We really are.
Yeah.
It's sad.
But I mean, I think people, when they think of Los Angeles, and especially from being from some of the smaller parts, or I don't know what you want to call it. Look, if you're not in New York and you're not in L.A., I would consider you an out of the way part of the United States. All right.
Chicago
All right.
San Francisco.
All right. There are other examples, but the point is if you're from Omaha and you're talking about Los Angeles, you think, well, you got Robert Urich for a neighbor, and you got a bunch of guys driving by shooting assault rifles in your window at night. And that is, well, actually, that's fairly accurate. Michael.
What's up, guys?
Hey, you're 24, you're on LoveLine with Peanut from 311.
How's it going? Peanut, congratulations on your success, man. I like your music.
Thank you very much. I will continue to do the same.
Yeah, great. Hey, I just wanted to get your general opinion on something. For some reason, it seems that traditionally, like, men are always the ones who are aloof in relationships, and women are the ones who want the serious relationships. But I'm finding the exact opposite. All I can meet are women who just want to mess around and play mind games, and that's all they care about.
Well, a couple things I would say to that. One is you're obviously not connecting with the right women, because women more naturally than men want to have intimate, stable, close relationships. Men really don't care about that, particularly at a young age. If you are concerned with that, which men can be, and you find yourself interacting with women who are not, it's women who have had to deal with men who are not into that make them that way.
So what do you
That
do
make
in
them
that
hard-boiled, and they have to play head games to survive, to try to get their needs met, rather than putting out directly what their needs are, which is to tell guys to hold out and slow down, and let's develop a relationship and have genuine emotional connections, which guys are usually not terribly interested in.
Well, look, there's a whole biology here.
And I bet Michael probably is more interested in clinging than in any genuine relationships. Want to bet?
All right, point at
No,
Michael,
I'm not
would you?
clinging. I just want a serious relationship. I've had my heart broken, a 2-year relationship. I've had a string of, 3 or 4 months.
Hold on a second. Hold on, Mike. You want to gamble? We gamble on calls. I don't know how much you listen to the show, but we will gamble on the the emotional state of the callers.
I mean, he tends to be a little clingy. I'm not
All right, you
sure.
don't want to gamble. You have some thoughts about his past. I know you do.
Yeah, it's kind of your story a little bit. The Adam Carolla story. It is.
I swear to God, I'm never talking to you off the air again, as long as I live. I told him about a dream I had. He brings it up all the anything I've ever told him, he brings up all the time.
All right. No gambling.
No gambling.
Let's get to the point.
All right, Michael.
Yeah.
All right. There are plenty of women out there who there are plenty of women who you can connect with in the way that you want to connect with them. But if you're out finding the wrong one, so don't blame it on them.
Right, and
Take
that's
a look in the mirror and
that-
figure out what you're doing.
Right, and that's again speaks about Michael's situation and the kind of people he wants to cling to.
Okay. You have any other questions, Michael?
But it seems like it's just a recurring situation. Every girl, it's like that's all they want. They want the mind games and the spark. But then when I try
All right,
to give
let's
them a
gamble.
mature relationship,
Oh, you want to gamble?
Yeah.
All right. Now Drew wants to gamble. Hold on, Michael.
Mom's an alcoholic.
All right. Peanut, get $1 out.
I got $1.
Oh, you do? Drew, you got $1?
I have nothing. Zero.
I got enough dollars for
You have my
everybody.
dollar
Peanut,
from
give him
last
$1. Look, your $1 from last night is mine. It's like going back to the casino and go, hey, you guys got $100 of mine I left here at the roulette table last night. What do they tell you? Screw off.
night.
All right.
I'm not
Peanut,
betting.
did you give him $1?
Yep.
Well, where's Drew's? You got to
He's
give
not
Drew
betting.
Oh,
$1.
am I in?
Oh, yeah, you're
Still?
betting.
Okay,
Of course
I'm-
you're betting.
okay.
We wouldn't gamble without the guest.
Okay. Sure.
All right. Now, here's what we do, Peanut. We gamble on their upbringing.
This is bad for the monkey on my back, by the way.
He'll be fine. All right, Drew, go first. What kind of family did Michael grow up
Mom is
in?
very unavailable, possibly alcoholic.
Oh, that was mine.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go next. And this is about the past. Again, Peanut, this is not about the present, but we know that the past shapes the present. I wanted to go with unavailable mom. Why don't you go with alcoholic mom?
All right.
I'll go no alcoholism, very unavailable mother.
Okay, but how are we going to get? He might not be aware of that. You'll figure it out. All right.
Peanut, what kind of environment? Parents divorced, incest, abuse.
How about just no real connection as far as relationship wise? I'm going
With his
that
parents?
way. No. Well,
You got to go back.
Do I
Got to
have
go
to
to
go
the
that far
original
back?
relationships.
back?
The original relationships.
Oh, okay.
Those are what count.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
No connection.
No real connection.
So let's say
All right.
parents.
God, I'm saying the same thing.
No,
though,
let me
huh?
paraphrase. Parents severely narcissistic, both narcissistic.
Okay.
'Cause that's a
all right.
possibility.
There's a lot of subtleties here, but it still doesn't mean one of us can't be closer. Oops. Hold on a second,
Sorry, Carolla.
whoever I punched up. Michael.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the past.
Okay.
All right, where's your mom?
She's upstairs sleeping
Uh-huh.
with my original father. They've both been married for like 30 years.
Uh-huh. You're calling from home?
Yeah.
What junior college you go to?
Oh, I work. I've
Re-
got a career.
Oh, you got a career?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a fine career. You're still living
I
at
work
home.
for a telecommunications company. It's pretty good. I'm graduated from college. I'm just working my way up.
Sure. All right. Michael, what
Yeah.
kind of how would you typify your relationship with your mother?
Oh, we're very close. She's always been there for me. I mean, she's not like a total confidant of mine or anything, but she and I have always had a very good relationship.
No
My
distance.
father worked a lot, and I didn't have like a real close relationship with him.
All right. Who's drinking in the family?
No, neither one of them drinks. It's a pretty it's a pretty normal existence.
No heroin, nothing?
No, nothing.
All right. All right. It's a push. It's a
Push.
push. That's
Well,
all right.
Let's try to help Adam
keep
out.
the
I haven't
pot.
Michael rather.
The pot will ride. And we'll be back for the pot.
All right. So basically, to Michael, we're saying is examine your choices and who you select.
Yes. It is all you.
Yeah, maybe he's hanging out in the wrong places. Is
Right.
what I was thinking.
I mean, if he really is as emotionally healthy as he leads us to believe he is, even though he's living at home at 24, it's that he's had some bad luck.
All right. Not Drew. Not all parents put them up in a dorm in some quasi Ivy League college in the East. Do you understand?
Got it.
Okay.
Try an older chick.
Caroline, 14. You're on LoveLine.
Hi. I have kind of a small problem. A month ago, I was raped, and it's all I can think about, and I don't know what to do.
Caroline, how can you qualify that as a small problem?
I don't know.
That's a huge problem, isn't it?
I guess.
I mean, that's tough. Have you ever been raped before?
No.
Has anything like that ever happened to you before?
No.
No. Go ahead.
I know Drew has a theory here, but we'll get into that in a second. Was this someone you knew?
Kind of. We were just on a date, and I guess he gave me some beers or something, and then I got raped, and
Wait. Were you intoxicated? Were you unconscious, or
no, I was just drunk.
was he violent, or
Yeah.
did he threaten you with a weapon?
No, I just couldn't move.
He just pinned you down.
Yeah.
Wow.
How old was this guy?
He was about 16.
Did you tell anybody?
No.
Oh, you got to tell somebody, Caroline. You need a lot of support to deal with this. I mean, talking to us tonight, it's a step forward. I mean, at least you're making the admission to yourself by doing this, but you need a lot of support, a lot of talk, a lot of help and coping with this. And let me just finish my line of questioning. Is this anything that has ever happened to you before? Were you abused by anybody when you were younger in any way?
Well, I don't think this really counts or anything, but when I was 2 through 5, my mom used to hit me with wooden spoons and stuff.
Okay. Well, that qualifies. That is abuse. That's physical abuse. And people who have been abused just somehow look like good victims to people that are abusers. People that do the abusing know who to abuse. It's just unbelievable. It's uncanny.
Right.
And this guy picked you out as somebody whom he could pin down, and he did it.
And the fact that you're not telling anyone is something that he sort of counted on as well.
It perpetuates the cycle of abuse. You've got to break it now. You need to get over this. You have an opportunity to get over this if you start telling people and get some help with this.
And And all right, a couple of issues here. First off, I know what happened. You probably liked this guy. Maybe you were attracted to him. You're flattered that a guy, who was a junior asked you out or something like that. You went out and you had a few beers and you did some stuff that maybe you shouldn't have done. But that does not excuse his actions, and no one is going to blame you for that. There's a bottom line here. The bottom line is that you were violated, and no one is going to say, yeah, but she had a beer. Yeah, but she went out with him. Yeah, but.
Nobody is going to say that. He said
No,
that. Yeah,
nobody is
right.
going to say that.
In fact, in
the
California,
eyes of the law,
right.
it's rape.
In California, even if you had consenting, even if you wanted to have sex with them and you were intoxicated, it could be considered rape.
That's why I'm moving to Omaha after the show. All right.
Oh, hallelujah.
All right.
Is that promise?
All right, I'll do it from a remote in my bathroom. All right, the point is this, Caroline. Here's the situation. I know you're young, you're 14. This is a whole lot to deal with. There's two major issues here. The one issue is if no consequences are brought onto this a-hole, he will go on and do this again. Rest assured he will do this again. Absolutely. You do this kind of thing when you're 16 and nobody stops you. You keep going.
Yes,
all right,
but now he's going to deny it. She has no proof. It's too late to do any forensic exams. The fact is she needs to take care of herself. That's the bottom line.
All right, but this guy his name can still be associated with this act for the future. But number two, if you sweep it under the carpet, it will sit in your belly and fester, and then it'll come out when you're 24, a week after you're married. Believe me, it won't go away. Time never heals this.
Okay.
Okay.
What were you going to say?
We wanted you to talk, yeah.
He is part of a really big group of guys, and I don't know if I tell, I might get beat up or something.
Is it a gang?
Kind of, but not really.
Well, you tell some adults what happened and let them decide how to manage these guys, okay? Right now, somebody needs to get you to some help. Do you want to hold on the line? We'll talk a little bit off the air.
Yeah, we're going to a break. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Caroline, hold on.
Okay.
You don't have to go confront an angry mob or anything like that. You talk to people that are experienced with this kind of stuff, and they're not going to, have a school announcement or anything that you've fingered these hooligans in this gang. They know how to do it, and Drew's off to talk off the air already. All right. Did I put her on hold? Yes, I did. All right. When we come back, we're going to hear some stuff. Oh, breaks my heart. And the thing that really breaks my heart, and because we hear it all the time, is if Caroline doesn't get some help with this, her chances of being a victim again down the road, 17, 18, 22, are somehow increased greatly. I don't know what it is, but we hear it all the time. People that were raped at 18 also were victims of incest at 13. It happens all the time. And, of course, the guy who did it is going to continue down this path. It's not like you find Jesus Christ after you rape someone at 16. Finding Jesus Christ never stopped anyone from raping. And there's things in the Bible. There's ways to work around that anyway.
Don't even get me started on that.
Don't get me started. You an atheist?
I don't know.
All right. Well, I'll tell you. We'll tell jokes about God during the commercial. And when we come back, we'll hear a little something from 311.
LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191-1.
LoveLine. We'll be right back. So leave a message at the beep.
Hey, this is Pat Boone. You and I are listening to LoveLine with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
All right.
Why does he have?
He can sound like he's mispronouncing anything. The cool thing, sitting here with Peanut from 311, and what band you from, Drew? Okay. We were talking we had Pat Boone on. I asked Pat Boone when we had him on this show, just on a goof. I was making a joke. I said, Pat, you ever had to kick any ass? And he went, well, friend, apparently, what happened was is some guy showed up at his house once. His who's his daughter? Debbie Boone, and she had that song "You Light Up My Life." She was singing about Jesus or God or someone. By the way, that's who that song was about. But anyway. The point is she had that song, and she was all over the place, and some nut job came over to the house and started ringing the intercom and stuff and said some obscenities into the intercom, and Pat told him to piss off, and then next thing you know, he turned around, the guy had hopped the fence and come to the front door, and Pat gave him just a mighty right hook and decked the guy.
A lashing?
And then took him in for some
he gave him a whooping.
Then brought him in for some milk and
then
cookies.
Brought him in. Brought him in and nursed him back to
that's
health.
what he did.
Please don't sue me. Don't sue me.
All right. Why don't engine Mike? What are you doing? You here? All right. Are we queued up with 311? All right. Drew, you spoke to Caroline off the air.
We did, and she's gonna talk to some other people, some referral sources we gave her to. And Peanut wanted this boyfriend, this date, to be drawn in court, and I thought if he only understood the genital collection system that Adam Carolla is going to organize for our great country.
Very quickly. I have many ideas for when I run for office. Not the least of which is the genital collection program. I have a team of trained or
slightly,
sober at least. I've eliminated alcohol from the equation, and they will go from town to town, and they will target the troubled teens, and they will collect their genitalia. These are ewes. These are male ewes, and they will collect the genitalia. I'd say the starting age of maybe 14, and then what we'll do every 3 years, we'll have a little checkup to see how they're doing. We'll collect the genitalia. We'll put it in a mason jar. I'll keep it in a secret location, and don't worry, we'll put your name and picture on the jar so there's no confusion. You wouldn't want to come back and get like Big Black Johnson or something like. Well, wait a minute, there may be something there. But the guy, the big black guy is Johnson you took is going to be upset. No, these are for people with a bad record.
There we go. Okay.
You understand?
Like Caroline's date.
Caroline's date would be we'd just send the penis collection wagon out to his place and take it away.
I would just separate their neck from their body. I think that might do the point. I don't think those people should even be allowed to walk and breathe.
Well, so violent
are the lowest form.
I
can't help but let my violence out on people that are so weak to prey on the weaker.
I agree, but right now we're just going to separate the shaft from the groin.
Right, and that would work. That would humiliate somebody to
Absolutely.
the point of not...
And then we'd check up on them and see how they're doing and how their progress was and how their counseling had been going. And if they were doing fine, they would get the genitalia back after, 3 to 5 years. All right. 311 has themselves a CD out. It's been out for a while, but it's doing real good. And it's called 311. And on that CD is a song called Misdirected Hostility.
To just act like I know, putting on an angle, putting on a show, speaking on nothing makes you a stunt. I tell you right here, yo, I won't front. I cross the T's and skip non-legitimacies. Or else, please, I cannot handle all the negative vibe merchants. Is that all you have in you? Perchance, so much angst and pain, it's so wet. You should take a tip from the one, Frank Black. Place a pachinko, place a pacheesy, cause all the ink shit is just cheesy.
It's a 311 bliss, too smooth for piss. Lyrics talking loud again, yeah, we are the party makers. Better just get better, we spawn a high aesthetic. Can't go rap, singing the dazzle, crazy mathematics. I am what I am, it's a muscle jam on a date, cause the party's in the great top 10. Step into the realm, what you gonna do? Give the party people something funky to listen to.
Misdirected hostility,
that's what you got to see.
Misdirected hostility,
that's what you got to see.
Misdirected hostility,
that's what you got to see.
Misdirected hostility,
that's what you got. Spotty rock, poppin' lock, here's an
up in a mode, yeah, you rise up in a mode, so you split your belly ache, and you're saying that you're tortured. Give me a fucking break, yeah, maybe they got the source of your despair. What do I mean? Kicking fucking heroin. I speak from experience, cause I didn't see clearly once. Acting like a dunce. In 1989, I was cocaine and Jim Beam, and now it's 95, and I'm chick saying misdirected hostility.
That's what you gotta
I
see.
misdirected hostility.
That's what you gotta see.
Misdirected hostility.
That's what you gotta see.
Misdirected hostility.
That's what you got.
Misdirected Hostility from 311 off of 311. The name of the song is Big Country by Big Country.
We played with
And
those guys.
The name of the CD is In a Big Country. You did play with Big Country?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yep, they were on a radio show with us.
Oh, you mean like one of those
like big, huge package deals? Yeah.
Right.
It was hilarious.
Really?
Yeah.
Did they do the Big Country song?
Oh, yeah, they opened with it.
What the hell are those guys doing now?
Still touring, still working that song.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, here's the deal.
It was a couple of years ago, though.
Oh, okay. All right. And they had another song in there somewhere, didn't they?
Not like Big Country.
Not like the Big Country song. I like that song at the time. Had like a... all right. Worst video ever made, though. You remember that video? A bunch of guys driving around on
Lots
ATVs.
of waterfalls.
Yeah, guys like just out destroying vegetation in the Ireland countryside. Drew, you remember the Big Country?
Oh, yeah, sure.
You toured with them for a while, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
You was a roadie for Big Country in 79 and
Mm-hmm.
80. All right, Melissa.
Hello.
Hey, you're 18. You're on LoveLine with Peanut from 311.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
Good.
My question is, I've been with my boyfriend for about 2.5 years now, and when I went away to school in August, we broke up for a period of about 2 or 3 weeks, just because we were getting into a lot of arguments and things were getting stressful, and I realized it was a really big mistake, and we got back together, and everything's been going great, except for he's got a real problem with his self-esteem now.
Well, no, wait a minute. You're not going to induce a self-esteem problem just by breaking up for a short period of time.
Well, he's kind of always had a low self-esteem, but now it's just made it worse, and he's got like a trust issue now. I just wanted to know.
What did you do when you were broken up? Did you have sex with some of his friends?
No.
You have sex with some of your friends?
No.
What about my buddies?
Well,
No.
so he has difficulty
I would've heard.
with abandonment and loss. Is he real clingy?
No, not really.
All right. Well, then what's the self-esteem problem?
He thinks that, I'm going to leave him again. He's scared that I might cheat on him, things like
Wouldn't that be called clingy?
She may have confused it with static cling.
Yeah, exactly.
What kind of softener does he use?
I have no idea.
That's what
This
clingy
sounds like
is.
a hard water problem.
That's what
Drew.
clingy is, Melissa.
Yeah,
This
you're
is
right.
somebody that has a sort
Please,
of abandonment.
clingy.
Abandonment issues.
Oh,
yeah, abandonment issues. And you sort of triggered those by abandoning him.
Yeah,
And
I
then-
just wanted to know if there's anything I could do to, build up his self-esteem, ways I could, act towards him or things I could say.
Saran wrap.
Time will. I would say don't listen to a lot of that crap. You know what I mean? Don't listen to too much of you hurt me. Now I feel like a bad person. Don't let him get away with too much of that. Just support him. Be there for him. Listen to him. But get on with things, and with time he'll be okay.
Yeah, don't indulge him too much.
Right.
Part of what people want to hear when they start in with that, with
can't trust
anything,
anymore.
with anything, it's just, please, you're totally unrealistic. Let's move on.
Yeah, let's deal with reality. Reality is I'm here. I really care about you. Let's get on with the relationship.
Okay, you talking to me?
No.
Okay.
It's starting
I wanna
to
break
cause
up.
a problem.
I want my ring back. If we're gonna break up, and the plug, Melissa.
Yeah.
All right, here. Do your best to make this guy feel secure, but if there will come a point when there's nothing you can say and nothing you can do, and at that point,
Look, it's all
you gotta
about
move
it's
on.
all of his material anyway. It's all about his idealizations of people and difficulty dealing with loss. Well, let him deal with it. He'll get through it. Just do what you do and be there genuinely for him and Let him take care
all
of
right,
himself.
tough love and sprinkle in a little oral sex. Because a man never feels more secure than when he's being blown. Never. No guy ever said, "You're not going to leave me, are you?" while he was getting the blowjob.
You're not trying to break up, are you?
No, you know what? That thought never crossed your mind. Maybe during the refractory period, maybe during the TV period, maybe the nap period, maybe the pose down period. I don't know if everyone else does that, but I like to pose down in front of the mirror. Maybe during the snacking period, but never during the actual oral sex. Never crosses a man's mind. Geez, maybe she's going to break up with me. No. You'd never get a blowjob from someone that was thinking about breaking up with you, unless you paid for it. And when we come, Drew, why don't you sell a call?
Next week, just have a question for 311.
All right, simple.
Wow.
Call me. Don't be afraid, you can call me. Maybe it's late,
Call me
but
Love
you
Doctor.
call me. Tell me and I'll be around.
Touch your radio. Oh, yeah. LoveLine, we'll be right back. Wash your hands.
All right, back with Peanut from 311. I'm Adam Carolla, and that is Chestnut, Dr. Drew over there. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number, 310-854-4455. Well, ready to move on?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we still have the pot of singles in front of me, so there will be some gambling forthcoming on the show. Danielle.
Hi, Drew and Adam. First, I want to say that I love you guys. Listen to you every night. Drew, I think you are extremely brilliant, and I respect you a lot because I want to be a doctor when I'm older.
Good, congratulations.
And Adam, I think you are extremely hilarious. You are really funny. You crack me up every single night. But my question is...
You don't want to be an a-hole when you're older?
No, not really.
Okay. Well, I'm going to lead someone into my career.
Hi, Peanut.
Hi, how you doing?
Fine. First, I want to say I think 311 is the greatest band. I love you guys. I listen to your CD every day. And I think your music is incredible. And I also think that you and Nick and Timothy and Chad and S.A. all have the greatest bodies, and you guys are extremely gorgeous. But my question is, I heard that 311 is an Omaha police code for indecent exposure.
Uh-huh.
And I was wondering which member or members of the band was actually charged with that.
Well, it wasn't actually a member of the band.
Oh.
But it was at the time. See, I was in a different formation of 311 back in the Omaha days, previous to meeting Nick and Chad and S.A.
Oh, okay.
Everything was different,
Oh.
but we were 311,
Oh.
and that's where it came from.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah.
Hey, Danielle, where are you calling from?
West Hills,
Oh, okay.
here in California.
All right. Hey, is 311, are these codes universal? I mean, these police codes, or do they have different ones for different states and different cities?
I walked up to a cop in Omaha, and he said it wasn't true, but I saw the ticket myself. So there's conflicting stories even within that small itty-bitty area. So it just works. That's what we're going to tell you.
I think indecent exposure should only be a crime if you're, like, fat. I really do. Anyone who looks good naked, and I know it's up to a judge, but if you look good naked, there's really no crime there.
It's not indecent then, huh?
And urinating outdoors should not be legal either.
Well, really?
Yes, there's nothing, especially on your own property. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If a man wants to stand out on his front lawn and urinate, that should be his business.
But you should try and be a little secretive about it. Just don't let the cops see it. That's all you got to worry about.
Right. Well, I'm trying to think. Yeah. Oh, listen, I'm a guy. What have I urinated in? I peed in a hotel ice maker once. I'm actually a guy. I
That
swear,
was
I
by
don't know if
accident, though, right?
Well, the room
slip down.
The room key. Here's what happened. Quite honestly,
I'm never having ice from a hotel dispenser again. Now I know why they have those machines that dispense it instead of those big old scoopers that they used to have.
All right, let us. I did not urinate into the actual tub of ice. I was discreet. I peed into the drain at the top of the thing.
Okay.
I've also thrown up in an ice maker in Tijuana. That was the old-fashioned one. God knows what those margaritas had going. Hey, it's like, what is this, a carrot margarita? What the? carrot and fish taco margarita? What the hell's this? I defy any listener to call and say they've done more to an ice machine than I have. I don't know if there's some sort of ice workers union or something, but I really am the poster child for desecration of ice makers. All right, but what are you going to do? You're in a room. No, wait a minute. Let's backtrack. You're drunk. You're in a hallway, and your room key doesn't work, and you got to go now. And you're up on the 18th floor, and you're looking around, and let's keep in mind you're loaded, and you can't get up. And you know how the bladder works, Drew, which is as soon as I decided I'm going to the bathroom, I'm going up to the room, I'm going to the bathroom, the clock started. In the bathroom, and what your bladder does is it does an estimation to blast off. It's like NASA. It goes like this. You're down. I was down in like the ballroom, and I said, I'm going up to my room, taking a whiz. And the bladder did a little quick calculating, went, I'll give it 3 minutes. Oh, there it goes. The bladder clock had started at 3 minutes. Thank you for that sound effect, Drew. Who's calling you, Drew?
Hospital.
Pimp? Huh?
Hospital.
Hospital. Pimp's at the hospital?
No.
All right. 3 minutes my bladder went. I got in the elevator, and the clock was ticking. We're doing good. Stopped at the floor. It was 18. We keep moving up. We're moving up. Now the elevator door opens. I'm at a minute and a half. Still looking good. Heading down the hall. Kind of close. Getting down to 45 seconds. Put the key in. There's only 10 seconds left on the bladder clock. The key didn't work. Now there's no resetting the clock. The bladder's decided to lift off. Is it 300 hours or whatever the hell it is, and I'm peeing. So I had to make a quick decision. I look around. I don't see anyone. There's the ice maker right behind me.
There is actually something to that. It's not all just your weak will and lack of fortitude, but that the bladder neck actually starts changing angle. The trusor muscle relaxes.
Me, I
These
knew
are
it.
relatively outside of your willful control. So
But this happens when you're driving in your car. If you really got to go and your exits, 3 or 4 exits down the thing, by the time you get to your front door, you're ready to go. If it's 10 exits down, you'll be ready to go when you get off there.
In most people, it is not that overwhelming an impulse, but we know you've had a problem with this. You used to pee the bed and all that, so that's probably where some of that comes from.
Drew, I peed in the bed as a youth because I wanted to. Do you understand?
Strictly by choice.
Totally by choice. I was a very defiant lad. Rose, 16. You're on LoveLine.
Yeah. Hello?
Hey.
Yeah, okay. I want to talk... Peanut?
Yes.
Okay. I'm like one of your biggest fans. You don't understand how much I love you.
Well, now I do understand.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
I want to say something about your songs, though. And, like, all my friends say this, that, like, the way your songs, like, begin, they sound like they're going to suck. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, okay. Like, okay, yeah. And, like...
You could have worded that better, don't you think?
But how do they end, Rose?
What?
How do they end?
Well, they end fine, but if you, like, skim through the songs and, like, you just want to, like... Never mind. Okay, all right. You guys, like, okay, in the Ku Klux Klan, I heard, like, a lot of crap that, like, you said, like, 311 stands for KKK, right?
You heard us say that?
Well, I don't know, like, that's, like, I heard it somewhere, and then, I heard you guys say, like, you didn't mean it that way. Is this, like, all true?
Have you heard any of our songs?
Yes, I have.
Well, what's your favorite one?
That one that you just played.
Okay, you're a huge fan, Rob. And a critic and a scholar.
Your information source is very weak.
Do you realize?
If you would listen to the song, sorry, Adam.
That's right.
You would know that we preach nothing but free will. I mean, we would never support anything as closed-minded as the KKK. And there's barely any group of people that are any more ignorant, and we would never follow such a stupid thing.
You guys never played a KKK fundraiser or Klan rally?
Nope.
No. Okay. Just checking. Teresa.
Hi.
26. You're on LoveLine.
Hi. I'm sorry. I'm still recovering. I'll try to throw a few likes and you-knows in here so I sound like everybody else on the show. Okay, was that English? I'm sorry.
Teresa. It's my job to make fun of our retarded listeners.
Sorry.
All right.
I won't say retarded. I'll just say youth.
All right.
Yeah, I do have a question. He's sort of a coworker, except for we work in different offices for the same company. And we've been friends for a while, and he's currently going through a divorce to his wife of 1 year. She was the one who filed the divorce.
Why?
And From what I understand, she possibly met somebody else, and she felt confused, and then she wasn't sure she was still in love.
Was this in a inner office memo or something, or did he tell you?
He told me.
Okay.
Just over the course of some of us had gotten together from these various offices.
Right.
Had been drinking.
All right. Yes. You are the dustpan.
Yeah.
You will be there to pick up the pieces.
Well, see, this is what I'm asking. Is I've liked him for quite some time, but of course he was off limits because he was married, and now come to find out that he's getting divorced.
How far into this divorce is he?
Excuse me?
How far into the divorce is he?
Counting down 40 days, I believe.
He's into it 40 days, or has 40 days before it's...
40 days left.
Wait the 40 days.
Yeah,
before
well,
you do anything.
definitely. But, I mean, I understand that there's a mourning period, and, you know...
Right, but you'll be banging by the... You'll be screwing by the afternoon, Teresa. Forget the morning.
Rebound can be anything from the next 6 months to 2 years.
Right.
So...
Right. I just wanted to know if there was, you know, a good time or even a good indicator for me to know that, you know, maybe he's ready to move on into something else.
What do you think he thinks of you?
I don't know. I think he likes me as a friend, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, we respect each other in terms of, you know, the job that we do and our intelligence, and
Right.
you know, we have a lot of laughs and stuff like that. But
That's what you think.
That's never been an issue. I mean,
He's staring at your jugs the entire time you're talking about respect and work.
Excuse me?
Okay. Teresa, listen.
I didn't hear that.
All right, quiet.
Okay.
Quiet and you shall hear. All right. Teresa?
Yes.
I'm guessing he's good to go. I really am.
Okay.
How long's he been in the relationship? Hold on. Shut his mic off for a second, Mike. How long has he been married?
A year.
A year. So it was a fast marriage.
I don't know how long they dated before that, but it was probably a couple of years.
All right, but it was a fast marriage.
Yes.
Okay. So the guy's a little unstable. That'll be the best sex of your life.
Well, now remember, it was his wife has left him. It's not the other way around.
That's his version of it.
All right, but he hooked up with somebody. He hooked up with somebody who was capable of fooling around on him and dumping him a year into the marriage, which speaks volumes about him. You know, everyone's a victim, but let's face it. You choose who you're going to get married to, and these people who go. Hey, I got married to this person, and you know what? They turn out to be a complete psychopath. They tried to cut my genitalia off while I was napping on the sofa. It's like they're the victim. But I look at them and I go, hey, you moron.
You married that person.
You married Lorena Bobbitt.
Right.
Although I don't want to offend John Bobbitt because he's a moron too. But the point is, you know, your judgment is slightly impaired as well.
Right.
So, Teresa.
Yes.
Just suss it out. I think he's ready. Now, you guys will probably have a fling, and then you'll break up, and it'll be uncomfortable around work for a while.
I think...
But we don't work at the same office.
I just think...
All right, well, then you're fine.
You're kind of setting yourself up for disappointment. Just go in recognizing
to
that.
tell you the truth, and I know it's really lousy of me to admit this, but I'm not really looking for a long-term relationship
then fine.
right now.
Then-
I just
then-
got out of one.
then
and
fine.
Good.
I'm kind of looking just for some fun.
Then you're both in the same place.
And a promotion.
Yeah.
All right. There's where you'll find it, Teresa. All right. And Drew always says no sex in the office. I always say, listen. But he says go ahead and have sex, you know, when you're in college. Go bang everyone on your dorm floor. And I tell him, listen, work.
I can't hear Drew saying that.
Thank you.
No, he says boink. But the point, I'm paraphrasing, but the point
Boink
is,
does sound better.
is work is what is equivalent to college when you're out of college.
Except
I mean, this is
the
the
deck
place.
is reshuffled every year there. I mean, you're not stuck in the same career environment potentially for years and years and years. You're very uncomfortable.
Oh, you mean at work, you have the same people showing up
That's
every
right.
day.
And you reshuffle all the time in college. And it's more like people sleeping with their teachers if they sleep with coworkers who are superiors.
All right. That's a
And you're at
decent
a
point.
different age level and maturity
Yeah.
level when you're in college, and supposedly in the workforce you're supposed to
All
be
right.
smarter.
And everyone's stoned and doesn't remember the next day anyway. All right. We got to go to break.
Okay.
All right. We're going to hear something more from 311 when we come back, and Drew will return. Drew, you going to come back?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Now the LoveLine weather report for the nation. Mostly neurotic throughout the southwest. There'll be some scattered indiscretions around the Great Salt Lake. Also overnight, partly chronic in parts of Virginia. And you'll
LoveLine will be right back. So you've got a couple of minutes to go catch something.
All right, sitting here with Peanut from 311 and Dr. Drew. I'm Adam Carolla, and we'll be back in 10 seconds.
This is LoveLine on
Radio Station.
All right, 311, Dr. Drew and myself. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. Drew, you ready to move?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Jamie,
Yeah.
16, you're on LoveLine.
Hi. I have a problem. I've been dating this guy for almost a month now, and a bunch of people at my work are trying to fix me and this guy up.
A different guy.
Together.
A different guy.
Yeah.
Do people not like your present boyfriend or something?
Well, they don't know, but they know I'm going out with him.
They don't know what?
They don't know him. Please,
Right.
Drew. A different guy. They don't know what. What are you, is it like a Martian?
We all work together, and
Gee,
my
the guy's
present
book
boyfriend-
smart, but geez, a
My
conversation.
present boyfriend doesn't really live near me. He lives closer to my mom.
Yeah. Well, where do you work?
McDonald's.
Oh, okay.
And how far is your mom away?
About a half an hour.
And do you like this guy?
The one I'm dating now, yeah.
Yes. Well, then tell your coworkers to screw off, and you're happy, and
I
they don't need your
tried to,
help.
and they won't listen. They won't leave us alone.
Well, no one's going to be able to force you to go out on a date.
Right. Well, it started New Year's.
Listen, you're being set up by people who wear paper hats and have velvet who are wearing smocks, for Christ's sake. I used to work at McDonald's.
You just swept the floor there, though, right?
Sweeping them up.
Yeah.
I also work the grill.
No kidding.
Absolutely. Hey, where do you work the grill?
No, I work on the front line.
Let me work a little McDonald lingo with you. All right?
Uh-huh.
Give me a cheese count. Jamie.
Huh?
Give me a cheese count. Come on. All right, I'll start it. Max up. Rap, please.
I don't do any of that stuff. I'm just on the front line. They don't have me doing it.
Just the cashier.
What do you? They just have you like in a bikini standing on the counter? Don't you talk to the guys who make the burgers?
Whenever we have an order that's changed, that like if somebody wants their order changed around, like
Right. That's a grill order.
right,
Yeah. Okay, I've been there. All right, Jamie.
yeah.
All right, did you have to watch training films?
I started to watch one of them, but I didn't have to watch any of the other ones.
I watched the training. I was no genius at 16 when I was working at McDonald's as well. But I'll tell you what I did know. I was down in the basement watching training films, and they put in these cassettes, and it's basically what to do if there's a robbery. And a few other situations. I don't know, maybe a fire or an earthquake. But one was a robbery, and they did a whole mock-up. There's a whole McDonald's, like traveling theatrical group.
Production company.
They're a production company. They do their own videos. So they have a guy with the hood on, and he comes rushing in, and he's holding a gun at the person at the counter.
Give me your McMoney. Sorry, it was too easy.
Well, that's weird because like two of the McDonald's around here have gotten robbed lately.
Right, and here's my point. When I was watching these films, I thought, and what they stressed on these films is, look, if someone comes in here with a machete or a machine gun, don't get in the way. Give them the money. Don't try to stop the robbery in any way. And I was thinking to myself, I'm getting $2.65 an hour. What the hell? What do they think I'm going to do? Jump over the counter and like tackle the guy on the way out, try to wrestle the handgun away from him? Are you nuts?
Where those training films are to encourage people, though, to become robbers.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, no, that they're
letting
not
all the
gonna get
robbers
me.
know that
that's a very good
step
point.
right in. Right?
I should have done that. I wasn't smart enough. All right, Jamie.
You're doing fine.
Don't go out the guy who's working the fries, all right? Stick with your man.
All right.
And use a little high percentage of your brain in the future and stop listening to people around you.
Okay.
Let them know that you're not listening to them because you're fine and you can take care of yourself.
All right.
You cool with that, Jamie?
Yeah.
All right. Yes, I was a sweep and mop boy. They wouldn't let me work the counter. And, hold on. We've done this before. Anybody involved with the management or ownership over at the McDonald's in Studio City on Ventura Boulevard? Kiss my ass!
You vermin-infested fast food chain.
Oh, wouldn't let me work the counter. Can you believe that? The golden-throated, silver-tongued man you hear at this point was not fit to work the register. Can you, Drew?
You still haven't gotten over it.
Yes. Richard.
Told me never to bring it up, though.
Thank you. 15, you're on LoveLine.
Hi, Adam.
Hey.
I was wondering, because I was on the internet today, and I see so many people enjoying cyber sex, and I'm wondering why.
Why do people like it?
Yeah.
Because they can't get laid in the real world.
It's stupid.
Yeah, all right.
You don't even know who the hell you're talking to.
All right. What's your question, Richard?
Like, I was just wondering, like, really, why do people like it?
Well, it's fantasy.
And what do you guys think about it?
Well, it's the same reason people are into anything. Pornography, phone sex, what have you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This just involves typing.
Right. Yeah.
Which would never turn me on.
Oh, absolutely not. Are you talking about going browsing and looking at naked pictures, or are you
I'm
talking about
chat rooms?
Chat rooms.
Yeah, because I'm on, like, one of those big online services.
Right.
Where they have chat rooms that you can make up.
It does nothing for you.
There's about 40 of them that say sex, sex, sex.
All right, you're 15?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry. By the time you're 18, you'll be chained to the thing.
Yeah, maybe Richard's a little healthier than the average.
Really? All right, Richard?
Yeah.
If you don't like it, stay away from it. Okay?
Yeah, there's nothing really all that exciting in there.
Now, I've never even been into the phone sex.
No, I can't see how that would do it either.
To me, sex is a very visual thing. I don't
Same.
even like people talking when I'm trying to have sex with them.
I like talking. I don't
You
have
do?
to disagree with you, but that's just my opinion.
But you never know. I mean, yeah, talking is all right, like, hey, that feels good, hey, harder. But you may hear something like, hey, knock it off, hey, who are
harder.
you? Wait a minute, you're my cousin.
Wake up.
Slow down.
There's a time and a place for it.
Right, okay.
But,
And it's not the computer.
But typing, yeah, on the computer, that would not do it.
Oh, for Christ's sake, go down to the
That's way too big of
7-Eleven
a
and
leap.
just go grab Forum from the 7-Eleven and read it on the pod if you want to read eroticism, like Drew does.
Attack.
What the hell? What name is that?
Stiana?
Stiana.
What are you?
Clairvoyant.
Would you just get back from like Iceland or something?
They have it phonetically spelled here, Adam.
Oh, okay.
That's a really nice name.
Yeah. What kind of name is that?
It's Icelandic.
Wait, didn't I just say that?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you did.
Well, I'm some sort
You're
of
both,
like a
you're both clairvoyant.
I'm some sort of like a linguist all of a sudden. All right. Well, anyway, now that we know the origins of your name, what's your question?
My question is, first of all, the guy about the internet. Anytime a girl's going to tell you she's going to blow you, whether it's on a computer or what, I mean, it's a positive thing. Am I wrong?
Well,
you just converted Adam.
All right, no, because it's a fat trucker who's telling you he's a girl and he's going to blow
It's
you.
a computer screen.
Yeah, but I know who's sitting on the other end.
I guess you're right.
Yeah, it's Engineer Mike.
Okay. Okay, my problem is after sort of roughish sex, when the first time I go to the bathroom afterwards, I notice that
it hurts.
My penis kind of stings.
Right.
And I don't know if it's getting bent around or whatever.
It's getting. The urethra is getting traumatized. I mean, that's actually what happens. I mean, you can avoid some of that maybe by wearing a condom.
Could it be clogged with the guy's poo?
Oh, you are just a class act, Adam. And you could just kind of back off a little bit so you're not hurting yourself. I mean, your body has pain sensory perception to guide your behaviors a little bit, right?
Right, but we all know about the Novocaine that is injected into a man's body when he has sex. And that's why people can have half the skin off their body rubbed off by the carpet and not know what happened. I mean, I've seen people and women who normally are fairly squeamish and have a slightly lower threshold for pain than men do. I know, don't give me the whole give birth talk. That's giving birth. But what I'm saying is most women, you pinch them on the arm, ow.
Yeah.
It hurt. I've seen women that have like no skin left on their back or their knees. I said, what the hell happened to you? Oh, I was getting it on last night. It's like, yeah, you didn't feel anything? Well, no, we're getting it on.
There's no blood in the head, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, well, it all leaves and goes other places, and you don't feel the pain.
Right.
Drew, am I right about this?
There is an endorphin phenomenon during that. Yeah, people. It's just like the same thing you get in like a football game. You're playing something like that.
Right. When you're having sex with like one of the other players?
No, there's
I
an
don't get your
endorphin
point
surge.
at all, Drew.
Endorphin surge.
There's no way those guys are getting it on. All right, so Stiana.
Yeah.
What was your question?
The stinging pee.
Well, just
okay.
basically, what was it, and
You got to be careful. I mean, for anybody else out there who's listening that gets stinging after sex, you got to worry it's a sexually transmitted disease. I mean, if it's the one partner you're consistently with and she doesn't have any symptoms, then it's less likely. But anybody who has pain or discharge with urination has to worry about the possibility of a sexually transmitted disease. So it does need to be checked out typically.
So it's just nothing. It's just
trauma.
Trauma.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
But it could be something, so get checked out.
Right. Exactly.
Right, because you have to make sure it's not a venereal disease. I know when I was urinating in an ice maker, Drew, I felt a little tingling sensation, but that was just the penis dangling in the ice.
Yeah, that's post-micturition syncope. That's what that tingling was. And clots afterwards.
Jeremy, 19, you're on LoveLine.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good.
Just kind of wondering. All right, 19 years old and stuff. I've dated quite a few different women. I don't know. I consider myself to be like just ordinary average guy. I'm not like butt ugly. I don't know. But I've got like a serious problem. I can't like keep a relationship. I mean, like the longest I've ever like stayed with one girl is probably about 2.5, 3 months.
How do they typically play out?
How do they usually end?
Yeah.
I usually end up breaking up with them.
Why?
I don't know. Like some of them, I just start getting like some girls. Like if I get real attached, I'll break up with them because of that.
Wait, excuse me. The logic doesn't quite follow here. Usually when people get attached, they want to
Yeah,
stay in a
that's-
relationship.
That's what I was kind of wondering there.
Yeah. Why do you do that?
That's kind of the part I haven't really figured out.
Well, that's the part you need to figure out.
Well, it's a fear of intimacy.
Yeah, it's a
you don't
fear.
want to get hurt.
It's you're afraid.
You don't want to get drawn in.
Right, you're afraid you're gonna get attached, really attached, and then lose them. So as opposed to risking the possibility of losing somebody you really care about, you make the loss happen first.
Yeah, I'll explain. This is why I'm a Rams fan. Rams never win. They never, ever win. And so I can enjoy a Rams game without fear of being hurt or heartbroken. This poor Ann over here is a big Chargers fan. Oh, she comes in here crying after the Chargers take a beating. Now, they win a lot of their games, so obviously she's horribly disappointed when the big loss comes in, especially when they lose the playoffs or the Super Bowl like last year. But the point is this. If you don't care, you're never going to get hurt that much. And you're scared of caring too much.
So are you saying I just shouldn't care about these girls?
No,
No, I'm saying you got to follow the Rams.
You got. We're saying you gotta let
In other
yourself.
words, don't get my hopes too high.
No, Jeremy, your
please.
denial is phenomenal.
Somebody shoot me,
You
please.
you need to, in these relationships, you start caring, you need to stay with them and allow yourself to care and have a real relationship.
What do you think,
It's a good sign when you like somebody.
Yes.
It seems like you answered your own question. You said that you can't keep a relationship longer than a month, and then you said that you keep breaking up with
Yes,
them.
you won't keep a relationship longer than a month.
That's what it is. I mean, are you finding out that you think everything's cool for a little while, and then it just seems horribly wrong, and then you want to get out of it?
Yeah, exactly, right there.
Well, just maybe you're trying to be too serious, and you're trying to put a fake relationship into what is actually going on,
Well,
and it might
like-
just be more casual. You know what I mean?
I don't know, like when I'm going out with a girl, they're always telling me, Jeremy, you're like just the perfect boyfriend. You're so nice, you're considerate, and all this and all that. And then like I started going out with them for a while, and then I'll think, this girl is really great. I really like this girl. I'm gonna stay with her for a while, and then all of a sudden I wake up one morning, God damn, this is not quite what I expected it to be. I just find 3 million reasons why I should break up.
No,
with
you
her.
start nitpicking. You put on the jeweler's loop, and you start looking for the flaws. Yeah, I used to do that.
That's LUPE.
Yes.
So what do I do to get over it?
Wait a minute.
I think you need
No.
to understand that you're not really ready for a relationship yet.
Oh, I know for a fact I'm not ready to settle down and get married.
All right. Well, then enough of this nonsense.
You're set. You're
You
fine.
just date, have meaningless sex, pick up a venereal disease, and eventually you'll impregnate someone and have to marry them. All right.
The trailer park end of the story.
That's right. Hook up the propane tank and call it a life. Shauna, 19, you're on LoveLine.
Yeah, I have a question. I was wondering, can pot cause lung cancer,
or what?
Can it cause that? I mean, is
Hold
it
on.
worse than
Hold on.
cigarettes?
Let me yell at Shauna. Shauna, turn the radio down.
Hold on.
Oh, for Christ's sake, with this radio. All right, hold on. Shauna's got to be penalized. We have to make an example.
That was
of
a really
Shauna.
good question, though. I
All right.
want to hear the answer.
We'll
to
get
that.
back
Okay.
to her.
Let me
Don't-
answer it. Let me answer it. Come on, let me answer it.
Do you need Shauna?
Yeah.
I'd
Shauna?
really like to penalize her.
All right.
She's been.
There is concern that it could be carcinogenic, but there is not good evidence to that effect. What there is ample evidence of is that it causes a lot of damage to your airways. It can cause sort of an asthmatic, like chronic bronchitis, basically, and it can be quite serious.
Taking in smoke in any form cannot
not
be
good.
good for you.
Shauna, you smoke?
I figured that,
You
but-
smoke a lot?
Yeah, I guess.
Uh-huh. How's your kid doing?
My kid.
I heard someone crying in the background.
Yeah.
Is that your kid?
Mhm.
All right, now I'm really hanging up on you with that confuse my kid.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do what's good for your kid, get some sobriety going.
Where's Papa?
In the bedroom.
Oh, he is?
Mhm.
That's
Same
cool.
guy who had the kid?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Good.
Wow.
That's
How old's he?
25.
Okay, take care of the kid.
Yeah, but the kid needs a sober mom. It's very, believe it or not, it is very damaging to children to have mind-altered parents. They perceive that as a form of abandonment, to have parents that are altered in that way. It makes them feel very out of control and very insecure. It is really a serious thing for kids. And if you really love your kid and want to do what's right for the child, get involved with MA, get some recovery going, and don't worry about the lung cancer that you might get. You have something. It's called marijuana dependency, and it has a treatment.
All right, Shauna?
Okay.
All right, sorry for bumming your high, but take care of your kid, would you?
I try.
All right. Yes, your mom.
Love that denial. Yeah, okay. I'll listen to you, sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, you know what I love denial is like, hey, who's the kid in the back? What kid?
That was the bad one.
It's like, oh, do you have a kid? Yeah. What is with the listening skills? It's not a physical thing. Drew, what's up with everyone? Half our callers we do this with. What is up with that?
That what?
Is that denial?
With which?
You ask point blank, straightforward questions, and they just have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, some people are operating their own agendas a lot these days, and so you don't really exist for them.
So they're saying they're not. What do you say?
Well, there is a lack of listening skills.
All right, let's talk. Yeah, all right. Lynn, 24.
Hi.
What about listening?
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry. I was just screwing with Drew. All right, those of you, please, don't send me any facts or emails about leaving Drew alone. I like screwing with Drew. It's between me and his wife, quite honestly. I sure she only want to listen to, and I only give her 5 minutes. Lynn?
Hi.
Hey.
I do have a question. Does speed have something to do... I mean, when you quit speed... actually, when you start speed, is there... does it have something to do... Does it stop, like, your maturity level?
Absolutely.
Because I had an ex-boyfriend that started...
You doing any drugs, you basically...
Me? No, I'm not.
No. Oof.
Oh, yeah. See, no, weren't we just talking about this? People with their own sort of agenda?
Let people that do drugs arrest their development typically. It's a very common effect of drug use, particularly during adolescence.
Okay, so basically when they start in adolescence, they sort of freeze their brain?
They stop their development typically.
Okay, because I was wondering about that. Cause, I was always wondering why he wasn't, acting his age.
Yeah.
And, I never had any kind of relationship with an ex-drug addict, or anything like that before.
Okay.
Well,
are you still going?
Speed is different than everything else, though. That was like pretty much a blanket statement to just go over drug use, and I don't know if that's necessarily fair, but I know what you meant.
Any drug used during adolescence has two things. If you use before the age of 15, it has rather dramatic neurobiological effects. Almost whatever the drug is, particularly speed, particularly hallucinogens, particularly alcohol, have really substantial effects on brain structure. In terms of arresting development, pretty much anything you use that blunts your ability to experience affect, or that you use to deal with affect, blunts your ability to develop coping strategies to deal with that. And that is what you're developing. That's
But
what
there
you're
are
doing during
degrees.
adolescence. And there are degrees, but pretty much any substance used during adolescence will blunt development.
And I would say speed would be near the top of that. There's perhaps acid, too, although people don't seem to do acid as much as they do speed when they're into it.
Yeah, acid is rough. The one that I typically see that has one of the most profound effects is marijuana. That's
Yeah,
really
but-
the one that really is commonly
But you're talking about people that smoke out every day.
Absolutely. That's what I'm talking about.
And if you're like Peanut over here and you just did it...
I'm not talking about that.
Okay. Is that what we're talking about?
But it is more of a cerebral drug than it is, and in cerebral I mean that you actually get to sit down and talk to people about what you feel, just like pot and acid I'm putting together in that
Yeah.
way. That in that way you can make growth leaps. I think I've made some of my best thoughts, and of course that was the drug talking while I was on LSD. And I think the next day afterwards, when I thought about how screwed up I was and how different my thought process was, it actually got me centered to what was actually going on all the time, and it made a profound leap for me. But I do know what you're saying, but I mean, it is confusing.
Drew's talking about chronic use and repetitive use. I have had experiences with mushrooms and marijuana that made my mind go to a place that it hadn't gone before. Now, Drew's a little uptight, and he would Drew, just stay out of this conversation. Let me talk drugs with the rock stars, please. And you know that, if you got high on mushrooms, acid, or marijuana, or anything every day, eventually, if you you go to that place you don't go to very often. If you go to that place that you don't go to very often every day, then after a while it's not a place you don't go to very often. It's a place you're at all the time, and there's no new discoveries.
I smoke pot every day.
You do?
Yes, I do.
Do you go to a new place each time, or just the fridge?
No, it's usually the refrigerator or the television. It's just a daily operation thing.
But it's a way of escaping, relaxing.
Yeah, it's just a way of slowing down. I have a naturally pretty jumpy attitude, and that does slow me down. And it's just relaxing. It's like my evening glass of wine.
Okay, I appreciate your candor. We got to go to break. I'm going to talk to Peanut about where to score. And then when we come back, we're going to get a little more into this topic because I tend to agree with him. I know Drew has a counterpoint, and we're not going to let him say on the air. And we'll have
No, we both want to hear it.
We'll have a lovely lopsided debate when we return.
Hi! LoveLine's going to be right back.
All right, play the beat. Play the damn beat. What's going on? Where the hell's the beat? Where the hell's the damn beat?
Hi, this is Heidi Fleiss, and you're listening to LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. Two names that wish they could be found in the little black book.
All right, is she behind bars yet?
I don't know.
Where is she?
She's making jeans.
Oh, she is?
Or something like that.
Oh, she was making sweatshirts.
Some clothes.
Oh, she is?
Poor Heidi. Really,
she's getting the poop end of the stick.
I
on
was
this
impressed
one.
with her. I really expected her to be what the press portrayed her to be, but she was in recovery when we saw her and had great insight into how her life had been screwed up and why. Remember?
She was all right.
But I mean, compared to how she's the rap she
Portrayed.
gets, yeah, she's portrayed. I felt sorry for her.
Well, of course, these goddamn media with all this. I mean, they're such. It's turned into such a society of voyeurs, and we're all so interested in who's boinking who and who got caught with their thumb in the pie, that we've ignored the real issues of society. And listen. Let me just say something very quickly. I won't go on too long about this, but I have talked about this on the air and off the air quite a few times. The media would say, thank you, Engineer Mike, now I'm going for 15 minutes.
Soapbox.
The media would say that, listen, we are listening to the people. The people say they want more smut, they want more dirt, they want more time on what Heidi Fleiss is doing, where John Wayne Bobbitt's penis is, where it is, and who got caught with a DUI and who's boinking who. That's what the media would say. Hey, the people demand it. We're giving them what they demand. I say that is total BS. Your job in the media, whether you be radio announcers or whether you have a newspaper or news organization, is to report the news, to speak your mind, and to speak the truth. You set the agenda. You don't look around and let the morons in society set the agenda for you. Just because a bunch of a-holes in some trailer park somewhere want to hear more about Heidi Fleiss and more about her book, that doesn't mean you kowtow to that. I mean, you set the agenda. You say what's important, and you get people to follow along. I can't stand this. It's no excuse to say, hey, this big group of morons got together. Thank you. Big group of morons got together and told us what they wanted. Well, I'll tell you what people want. They'd like it if you just smashed boobs up against the screen and spoke Yiddish. That's what they really want. But you're not going to give them that. I've lost my train of thought again. Engineer Mike? Listen, have some dignity and stop blaming the stupidity of society. And how is society going to get any smarter, any more informed, or any brighter as a society if you don't challenge them once in a while? All right, now what were we talking about, pot?
Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
Pot.
All right, so Peanut is a daily pot smoker.
Right.
Drew's a peyote man, by the way.
I can tell.
And we were talking about addiction, and so Peanut, you're saying that Peanut has the alcoholic gene, even
I can
if
predict that just based on the daily pot use.
even if he's not into alcohol.
Right. You don't have to be an alcohol. You have to
But
use
I brought
alcohol
a
to be
beer
an
into the
alcoholic.
studio.
That it is a biological predisposition towards an activation of a reward system in the brain that is activated by certain substances, and it's a genetic disorder. And marijuana is one of the drugs that, for some people, interestingly not for everybody, it can activate. And it is. I've only seen it in the setting of alcoholism, family history, or certain ethnic Eastern European Jews tend to get it without alcoholism, but otherwise it's always with alcoholism.
And what are the Drew? You know, this is a science. I mean, you know, people kid about. I mean, like in Russia, 60% of the population are alcoholics.
Yeah.
I mean, it absolutely stops the economy and ruins the country. There's certain cultures that have a predisposition to certain.
The cultures can support the biology, can increase the probability that the severity of the disease is going to be worse and it's going to manifest more likely. And I mean, you know, just because you have the gene doesn't mean you have to get the disease.
All right. So what are the drinking cultures?
Scottish, Irish, Eastern European, Northern European,
Okay.
North American Indians.
Where's Europe? Okay. And where's the pot culture? Same people?
Subset of those same people.
Uh-huh. And gambling culture?
Same.
Prostitution?
No.
No.
It's
Okay.
anything. It's thrill-seeking.
Who's the pedophile culture?
Thrill-seeking is what activates the same reward system. So it also tends to be people who are into extreme sports, rock climbing, that kind of stuff. You'll see people who just get way out into these very extreme activities, and lo and behold, family history of alcohol. Certainly, it's a better way to deal with that biology than actually using a substance. But it's.
But I'm never going to break my legs smoking a joint.
Well, that's been always Adam's point. Is that
Except for
marijuana?
if you're chasing the ice cream truck and you like trip on a sprinkler head. I've done that. Turn an ankle.
That marijuana
pretty
doesn't
bad.
make people hurt other people.
No,
And
it makes them
speed is a
docile.
violent drug. Alcohol is a violent drug, and marijuana is not.
No, that's fine.
There you go.
I wish everyone would get
let's have some-
stoned.
Let's have some, you know, a little bit of positiveness.
Actually, I'll tell you what. I'll be honest with you. Cypress Hill, when they first came on the show, like about 4 or 5 years ago, I thought, oh God, these guys are all marijuana addicts. They're just so difficult to deal with. They're very kind of hostile and angry. Now, like newborns, kittens. They came in. They're just docile now.
Yeah.
It's 5 years later.
I'm telling you, I was
nicest guys you ever want to meet.
I was tickling Bobo from.
I toured with them.
Yeah,
They're great.
Yeah, they're great guys.
They're
And
fantastic.
Pot has mellowed them right out.
Oh yeah.
10 years from now, we're going to have to wake them up to let them know it's time to wrap. But, I mean, it smoothed them right out. And if they had been in alcohol instead of marijuana, they'd probably be in jail by now.
They'd be killing people.
Thank
They'd
you.
be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So pot does have its good sides.
Absolutely.
But it also does have its bad sides.
That's
and
right. I look forward to the day when we can all speak rationally about this drug. There's such political energy around the drug.
I'm
now.
trying. I'm making my leap. I wore my pot shirt to the show, you know, and I we've had this discussion before.
Have we?
At least once.
Is there?
And
yeah. And there is this just needs to be an intelligent forum on it.
I agree.
And if alcohol is legal, then pot should be. And I really had a hard time not cussing when I said that because
it's real hard to defend one severe ill in our society by saying we should have another.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think
it is hypocritical that one is illegal.
The argument, though, should be made how poorly prohibition works when people really want something.
All right.
That is a
exactly.
fact.
And was there a drug problem before the drug war? as far as bad as the media has made it seem.
Well, the bad the really bad comes from the crime element in it. That's right. It's the Harrison Act in 19 whatever that was.
All right.
Yeah, there
and
we go,
let me
doctor.
just say something, and then we're moving on to the calls because that's what the show's about. And producer Ann's got a puss on over there.
Let me just real quickly give the other side of that though. For people who are trying to deal with their impulsions to use drug, it doesn't help them, and it's not a good message to them to make these things available. It could have an adverse public health impact.
No,
so
it wouldn't.
We need to discuss
It's the
though.
illicitness that turns on all the teenagers, believe me. And to all you morons whose argument is, well, look at the problem we have with crime when the stuff's illegal. God, this is the most moronic thing I've ever heard when people go,
I've never heard
it's
that.
illegal now. Imagine if this stuff was legal, what we'd have.
Yeah, people would be running in the streets
I've never
crazy.
heard that.
I've heard that
absolutely.
a lot.
Cheryl, 20, you're on LoveLine.
Hi.
Hey.
I just wanted some advice on if me and my boyfriend should get married someday, you know?
No, let's move on.
Wait.
What?
What is the deal?
Hey, Drew, I'm allowed to go with a hunch once in a while.
All right, but let me just provide my input. Why do you ask that question?
I don't know. We kind of argue a lot, you know.
How long have you been together?
We'll be 5 years in May.
Since you were 15.
Oh, I can't imagine that.
Why are you interested in getting married?
I don't know. He's asked me a couple times, and
what?
I just kind of scared because I don't know if the man changes once you get married or
No,
you know.
Nobody changes once they get married.
we got two little kids together and stuff.
Then get married. For
Get
God's
married.
sakes, raise those kids, please.
Even though we argue, or
Well, I'll tell you what.
know.
These kids need a family. They need the parents. You're already the parents. They're stuck with that.
Yeah.
And want to create as much stability as you can for them.
Yeah,
Okay.
we do. We're not on welfare. He works, you know.
What?
I said we're not on welfare, and he works and
Good.
everything.
Good.
And there's something keeping you guys together. I mean, you've
Yeah.
been arguing for 5 years, but he is not going to change. I mean, God, why have kids beforehand? Why do you have kids now? Why? Help me.
Well, the first one was an accident, and the second one was planned. So.
Why did you plan to have another kid?
I don't know, because to give, I don't know.
How old's your concubine?
He's 31.
Wow.
Wait a minute. Let me do some math here.
12.
He's 11 years older.
All right, wait a minute. He's 31.
Uh-huh.
You're 20.
Uh-huh.
You guys have been going out since you were 15.
Yeah.
And he was 25.
I got pregnant at 15.
All right, so at 15,
Uh-huh.
this 25-year-old.
27.
Oh, that's different. I thought he was 25. I was looking.
Go get his genitalia, please.
All right. Yes, he was a prime candidate for the Adam Carolla genitalia collection plan. Please, he at 27 knocked you up at 15.
Uh-huh.
All right.
At least you had the decency to stay with her. But explain to me what I'm really trying to understand this. Why have the kid that was planned? Why?
Because I don't know, to give him a little sister.
All right. Couldn't you have gotten him like a doll?
Tumbles?
No, I was
Baby
having
tumbles or something?
I was having a lot of health problems, and we figured if I got pregnant, then my health problems would kind of go away, but they kind of got worse. So.
Who told you pregnancy is a very unstable, dangerous state to be in?
You got to be really healthy to
Who
do that.
told you that you would get better if you got pregnant?
Well, because I had a lot of ovarian cysts, and when you get pregnant, they go away.
Yeah, well, those aren't health problems. That's just
and
you.
those aren't healthy, so.
That's just ovarian cysts are just things you form. That's nothing wrong with that. No big deal.
All right, listen, I have ovarian cysts.
Yeah,
Please, you don't see me not using
cerebral
protection
cysts right now with this. But I'll tell you what, I think people are having kids for two reasons. One is I think women are trying to hang on to men. It's a way of trying to do more in the line of putting men ahead of the women's needs and just creating something to attach themselves to the men, and men acting out their narcissistic needs.
Right. If I can spit out an entire soccer team, somehow the guy will stay around.
Right.
This is a ridiculous notion. Please.
As opposed to figuring out what it is you really need. You're doing whatever you can just to cling to a guy, to keep a guy attached to you. What kind of relationship is that? How does that get
the guy
your needs
was
met?
the guy was 27 when she was 15. Oh, okay.
Isn't it sad that people need to have a license to catch a fish, but any damn fool can have a kid? That's stolen from a comedian. I cannot take reference for that, but there's a really good point, and I think everybody should think about that. How you think about that?
Absolutely. And all right, I don't want to get going on this, but it is breaking the back of society.
There's no more Darwinism. There's no more really seeking out the good genes. Idiots are being able to breed, and it's lowering our system, and we're not being able to really think it out.
We're not thinning the herd.
We're being bogged down by bad ideas from people that should have been weeded out a long time ago.
Absolutely. Somebody,
and I might be one of them.
Somebody puts a hibachi in the den because they want to warm the family. They get the carbon monoxide, and we got a guy bringing them back to life. You know, the EMT gets in there and pumps their lungs and brings them back to life. I say we have to let them die.
Oh, jeez.
These people should not be populating this society. I believe in Darwinism completely.
Yeah, but
we're not thinning the herd. And the herd is becoming diseased because we're listen, in the animal kingdom, when one of the gazelles can't keep up with the herd moves on, leaves the gazelle behind, and a hyena eats it, and that's good because the gazelle had bad genes. And if the gazelle's allowed to stay with the herd, then it repopulates within the herd. Now the herd is weakened. Do you understand?
Wow, I got him going.
Adam,
I am the shepherd. Do you hear me?
you are a sick F.
Oh, really? All right. All right, I'm going to thin Drew's herd during the break, and we'll be back.
And a quick check of the out-of-town scoreboard. Wow, what the hell are they on about tonight, Bob? As usual, I have no idea what they're Why aren't those young people in bed? Go to bed.
LoveLine, we'll be right back.
Your call cannot be completed. Your call cannot be completed.
Hey, it's Adam. I'm getting less and less professional as the weeks roll on. Does anyone notice? No. Thank you, Ann. Thank you for that BS. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. We're here with Peanut from 311. They have themselves a CD out called 311, coincidentally.
Whoa.
And they'll have another one out, I guess, in when? March? Or August? August.
We're thinking, summerish, on the later side of it.
Uh-huh.
I would hate to say a month because I'd be stuck to it.
No, but you guys are actually going into the studio to record in like a month,
In
right?
March, yeah.
Right.
On March 11th.
All right, Ann, what song are we going to hear? Huh?
That one.
Oh, okay.
Which one, Ann?
Oh, okay. That's what I thought. You wrote it down, Ann. You're right. You're totally in the clear. All right, Drew, you want to read some stuff while we move ahead here?
Oh, I thought you were going to the song.
Yeah, we are. No, but this is... Don't read this stuff until we go to song.
We'll go to song.
All right. There's an article where I was called Drew's sidekick. Do you believe that? The sidekick.
It's interesting.
It's like
it's a different journalistic attitude angle to go from.
Right.
How about that?
Well, it was an article about how great Drew was, and so they had to demean me in his presence in order to write a nice article about him, and that's the way that schlock works. All right, 311 is the name of the band. 311 is the name of the CD. Purpose is the name of the song, and it goes a little something like this.
I believe in your purpose, baby. Coming up to the surface, and maybe I'll never see you again. Then again, who knows? Make me quiver, hands will shiver. Still got all the things that I would give her. Yeah. But it's slow going, something showing, yeah.
Purpose by 311 off of 311. Expect another CD coming out soon enough, like August.
Chock full of goodness.
Is that going to be the name of it?
No.
That
But
sounds all right.
But it's going to be. If I got to name it, it would be something like that.
Yeah, I've noticed. Well, why don't you get to name it?
I named the video. Someone else gets to name the next album.
Limited edition?
Nope. Enlarged to show detail.
Oh, okay.
That's good, huh? Come
Yeah,
on.
I like that.
Give me some credit.
No, that's good. It's brilliant is what it is.
Thank you.
It's sheer genius. Really. And see what marijuana does? It opens your mind up so you can rip off phrases. No, I think it's. Look, the band's great. I haven't seen the video. I'll go home and watch it. You say there's some nudity in it?
Yeah, there's a little bit.
Chicks?
It's not.
You?
No, it's me. So watch out.
All right, because once I get into masturbatory mode, that's it. Whatever I see, and if I show me some home movies with mom and grandma, I'm going.
I won't take it personal.
Okay.
I won't feel it.
Well, listen, I'm not going to call you and tell you, unless you're there.
I'm always there.
All right. I do need a new towel boy. Oh, towel boy, please. We need a cleanup on aisle belly. All right.
What just happened? You had a stroke?
I don't know. I'm just punchy.
It's more than punchy.
What is it?
Impaired.
Something's happened to
yeah,
me.
let's go.
Okay.
Marco.
Drew. All right, Drew. Don't turn on me. Come on.
You got to make it about 4 more minutes.
We've done the whole show with me kicking your ass around the studio. Don't turn on me now.
We will make it. Next 4 minutes, we'll be fine. Marco?
Yeah?
I just want to yell Polo.
Oh.
Polo.
Hi.
All right. You've never heard that before. You're 18. What's your question?
Yeah, okay. I've been going out with this girl for the last year, and then for the last 3 months, I've been having sex with her. And I think...
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
Drew, see if we can find something we can gamble on, please. We got this $3.
No.
It's burning a hole in the counter.
Okay,
Just
let's
look around. Look around. All right. So what, Marco, you're gay, yes?
No, I'm not gay.
No.
Oh, well, okay, I've been having sex with her for the last 3 months, and I think I haven't satisfied her as well as she would expect me to.
Mm-hmm.
Because, my penis size, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Uh-huh.
And I just wanted to know if you could give me a number, or what do you suggest I should do?
Yeah, I have an 800 number you can call it.
Is this coming from you or is this coming from her?
Oh, it's from her.
What did she say?
She's been making little comments, playing around like Pee-wee or...
The plane. No.
But
loser, that's cruel.
Oh, that is a backbreaker.
Magic wand makes my penis grow.
Hey,
yeah.
Marco, what size are you?
Like 5.5.
5.5?
Yeah.
That's above average.
I got a party with Marco. Hey, Marco.
Yeah.
The average penis size is like, what was it, 5.4, 5.2?
I think it was.
I'm guessing the guy who did the testing is 5.3, so that's why it's 5.2. But the point is it's much smaller than people would suspect.
Yeah.
So you're average.
And it's not an issue for women, typically.
Well, you see, I just wanted to know if I could do anything to help keep this relationship up.
Yes, show your girlfriend that you love her, and
Yeah,
ask
I
her what it is that would make her happy. That's all.
Exactly, that's what
That's
I'm
it.
talking about.
You'll be fine if she's open to that.
Yeah, and see, basically, I'm afraid I might screw up with our relationship. That's why I made this call.
Why would you screw it up?
With that penis size,
That will not screw it up.
Please.
That will not screw it up.
Men, here's what I would like to do. If I have any message at all, if I could convey one message, it would be for men to stop worrying about their penis size because women don't care half as much as you think, and women stop worrying about your breast size because men don't care half as much as you think. The two biggest misconceptions in sex. Believe me, I know many a sick man. All the guys I know are sexual deviants, and I'm the only big jug man of the group.
It's very reassuring.
Yeah, I don't know what that says about me, but the point is this: I swear to God, these guys are deviants. And when it comes to boob size, yes, they like nice boobs. There's no doubt about it. But they don't like the huge jugs. They really don't. All right,
that's it.
I think something's wrong
Now
with
we're
them,
done.
Mark, 21.
Hi.
No, there's more show.
Mark, we have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just wondering. I think I was molested earlier, maybe raped earlier on in life, and I was just wondering if maybe there's a way I could find out, or if it'll just come to me, or this Because I have a feeling I was.
What makes you think that happened?
I don't know. I was molested later on or raped, whatever, later on in life at about 13, 14, 12, 13.
Right.
And I just have a strong feeling it happened earlier in life.
Well, if you subscribe to Drew's victim theory, then possibly you were. But
it would make sense. Something.
I was abused, physically abused by parents.
Well, that would be enough, frankly. And it'd probably be hard to tell the difference emotionally between physical abuse and sexual abuse, particularly since you then were later sexually abused.
All right, but the deal is, look, therapy.
Yeah.
I mean, whether you were raped at 13 or abused at 10 or 5 or 3 or whatever it is, the point is there is at least one incident of rape that you can remember and possibly one that you don't. Either way, it's going to take some fixing. So please get in and sort it out. All right, and we'll be back to wrap up and wrap down.
LoveLine.
And so, the man stretched.
LoveLine. We'll be right back. So leave a message at the beep.
All right. Peanut, thank you very much for showing up tonight.
No problem.
We do appreciate it.
Oh, I'll be back.
All right. Well, wait 6 months.
No.
Please. And restraining order. No, thank you very much. I know you have a date with a bong, and you're running late.
And a couch. No, I'm not late. I'm right on schedule.
Are you?
Yep.
Oh, good. I'm running late. Drew?
I'm beat.
Yeah, because you're supposed to have your enema at 11, weren't you? All right.
Let's go.
All right, let's go. All right, next week, mystery guest. Local H and who else, Ann? Failure. All right, Local H and Failure will be in here. And until then, I'm Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
You're my stern but groovy master, Adam.
You've been listening to LoveLine.
The opinions expressed on LoveLine, especially by Adam Carolla,
are not necessarily those of the staff, management, or sponsors.
Or even the character voices.
LoveLine, produced by Ann Wilkins for Westwood One Entertainment. Copyright 1996. So don't even think it.